Breaking news, two-time Cy Young Award pitcher Justin Verlander has signed, and you will never guess where. Media outlets working around the clock to try and do jersey swaps for the team that Verlander has signed with. We have Brandon Belt also signing. Similar situation, you'll never guess what team he went to. We're going to talk about Carlos Correa possibly going to the Bronx. Yankee fans sure think so. So all that and more. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And let's go ahead and get all up in this. So the first news, Justin Verlander is signing with the Houston Astros, a team he's a tad familiar with. He's been there for, 2.5 years? Of course, the big caveat with Justin Verlander is he hasn't pitched since 2019. More or less. He pitched one game in the shortened 2020 season, got hurt, and didn't appear at all in the 2021 season for the Astros, despite them going on to a World Series appearance. We don't have officially what the contract is going to be. It's rumored between the 1 to 2 year spectrum, which obviously, given his age, isn't too hard to imagine. I don't think, 50-year-old Justin Verlander is going to get a 12-year deal here. It's probably going to be quite short. But high value, of course. And this comes a bit of a shock. I think a lot of people expected him to move on from Houston, myself included. Main reason that comes to mind is they have a lot of talented young pitching, like Luis Garcia, who is a Rookie of the Year candidate. They have Framber Valdez. They have Christian Javier, Urquidy, guys that are coming up. Didn't think that they would be looking to bring back they McCullers too, so they have a pretty full rotation, guys that can go in that rotation for the Astros, but they decide to bring back Justin Verlander. There's rumors, of course, for the Yankees. There's rumors for about everybody to go to the goddamn Yankees, and wouldn't you know it, it doesn't happen too much nowadays. But Verlander, of course, his resume kind of speaks for itself when he's healthy. Last full season, well, he won the Cy Young. He was right up there with Garrett Cole. Technically, I think Garrett Cole might have deserved it. But it was neck and neck. They could have been co-Cy Youngs, for Christ's sakes. 2019, a 2.58 ERA, 0.80 whip. Absolutely wild shit. In a terrific season, which, resulted in another World Series appearance where they lost to the Washington Nationals. But ever since he went to Houston, Verlander's had a career resurgence. He was kind of he was, damn it, on a downslide in his last years in Detroit, and somehow at the age of 36, messed around and got another Cy Young season out of that old arm, aging like fine wine, as they say. So Verlander coming into his 39-year-old season. He's going to be 39 by the time he throws his first pitch. What to expect from him? Well, apparently, the people that have scouted him saying he looks like Justin Verlander. His fastball's topping out at about 97 miles an hour or so, and they expect him to still be a very good pitcher. And I would think the same. Yes, he's missed essentially 2 years, but I also think he's Justin Verlander, and whatever got into him with Houston, whatever pitching staff they have there has done a wonder on his career. So Verlander back to Houston. Again, we're still awaiting how many years and the value it's going to be worth, but 1 to 2 years at the maybe $18 to $20 million per season range is what I would expect. So very cool. Verlander has signed, which there was rumors he was going to sign this week, him and Thor, and wouldn't you know it, Twitter rumors were finally true. Here we have Brandon Belt, who was the lone player to accept his $18.4 million qualifying offer. Speaking of Thor, I thought he was going to do that, but the Angels offered him a little bit more money. So Brandon Belt, the captain, is going to be staying in San Francisco. Even if he didn't accept this, I think the common thought was he was going to return. That he was going to return anyway. He's the captain of that team, and having gotten really close to a championship again, there seemed to be little doubt that he would move away from San Francisco. So that comes really as no surprise. He's back to the Giants for 1 year, $18.4 million. And speaking a little bit about Brandon Belt, he had his best year in his career at age 33, wouldn't you know it? Used in more of a platoon role, which proved to be valuable. He had a 160 OPS plus, an OPS of 975, hit 29 home runs in just 97 games. He was truly fantastic for the Giants. Of course, he got injured there down the stretch, couldn't help them in the postseason, and who knows, maybe if they do have Brandon Belt, they would have advanced on in the National League playoffs. But this is a big signing, of course. The Giants lost Posey. It's commonly thought that they're going to be going after a guy like Marcus Semien, that they're going to be going after a big piece, because the Giants are in a weird situation, right? They have young players coming up like Joey Bart, Luciano, but they didn't play it last year, really. It was the old guys, Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria, Brandon Belt, Buster Posey, having career resurgences. Even Mike Yastrzemski, who you would think would be one of the main cogs, was kind of he was okay. He was mid, as the youngins call performances nowadays. And they are clearly in a win-now mode, so going after a guy like Semien makes perfect sense. And Brandon Belt is certainly going to help their chances as well. And it would appear we have it right here as Jeff Passanbaum comes in. 1 year, $25 million, including a player option for the second season for Justin Verlander. So, okay. That makes more sense. I was probably underrating the money that it would be, in all honesty. You know, Syndergaard got $21 million for 1 year. He's, I guess, in a similar situation as Verlander. Hasn't really pitched in the last 2 years, but hard to say Thor's up to the same performance level as Verlander last when he did pitch. So the player option is interesting. It seems, likely that he would probably take that if that's at the similar money amount, which, you know, it's baseball. There's not a salary cap. It shouldn't be too much of an issue for Houston, who typically has a decently high payroll to begin with. So this other note I want to talk about with Correa and Yankee rumors. This is what Hal Steinbrenner had to say. He's obviously a great talent, and look, I think, hopefully, most people have moved on from that. I mean, I think it's only healthy to move on from things like that instead of stewing it on year after year. But, you know, people have the opinion that they want to have about that particular player. Correa, of course, subtle. But in general, we're going to look at every single option. It's the same thing we do every year. And since this tweet, it seems, at least online, there's been a growing speculation that maybe they're going to be more in on Correa. Personally, I still think he is a Tiger. I don't really see him moving on to the New York Yankees. I think there's a bit of bad blood there on both sides. And you know, the most recent thing Correa's had to say about the Yankees is bad-mouthing Derek Jeter and how he shouldn't have won a single Gold Glove award. And how he shouldn't have won a single Gold Glove award. He didn't deserve it. You know, so interesting stuff there. It doesn't exactly seem like the thing you would say if you're preparing to sign to that ball club. So do I put any stock in this? Not really. I still think he's going to go to the Tigers. It really just makes too much sense. The connection with A.J. Hinch. The Tigers are looking to spend. And clearly they're ready to give Correa the Brinks truck. Back it up, baby. So that's what I would be expecting as far as Correa's future goes. And I also want to talk about manager of the year here quick. Scott Servais robbed. This is coming from a Rays fan. There was a graphic which I'll show you guys right here. You know, kind of stupid graphic anyway. It said the Rays had an 18% chance at making the playoffs. Yeah, right. 100 games. Good one on that, Fanatics? Frauds over at Fanatics. You guys have terrible merchandise. I can't fucking stand that you guys took over. Cheap-ass quality. Anyway, getting off of that rant, you know, clearly the Mariners weren't expected to be anything, let alone 2 games away from a postseason appearance for the first time in 109 years, right? So I think he was robbed. In the National League, Gabe Kapler won. Huge surprise there. You know, I'm sure the Vegas odds were, what, 1 to 1 billion on that one. Very, very unforeseen results. Gabe Kapler winning the National League Manager of the Year. Tonight, we're expecting the Cy Young Award race to wind up. Probably Ray or Cole in the American League. The National League, a little bit more wide open. Could be Scherzer, could be Wheeler, could be Corbin Burns. We're still, the jury's out, as they say on that one. But let me know in the comments section what you guys think about that. Who you guys have winning the Cy Young in the American League and National League. If you've watched this by the time it's been results, still comment. Helps the video out. Let me know also what you guys think about Verlander, Brandon Belt coming back to their respective teams, and Correa. Where's he going to end up? Leave a like if you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi.